Differences between a symphony and a concerto. Symphonies and concertos are both classical music forms but differ in structure, composition, and performance style. Here are the key differences between them. 1. Structure. Symphony. A symphony is a large-scale orchestral composition typically consisting of several movements, sections. Symphonies traditionally have 4 movements. First movement, allegro, often sonata form, with thematic development and contrasts. Second movement, adagio, andante, or largo, slow and lyrical, providing contrast to the first movement. Third movement, minuet and trio, scherzo, a dance-like movement, often featuring a triple meter. Fourth movement, allegro or presto, often fast-paced and energetic, sometimes with a finale-like character. Symphonies are typically written for a full orchestra, including strings, woodwinds, brass, and percussion. Concerto. A concerto is a composition for a solo instrument, or sometimes multiple solo instruments, accompanied by an orchestra. Concertos usually have 3 movements. First movement, allegro, sonata form, featuring the soloist and orchestra trading themes and motifs. Second movement, adagio or andante, slow and lyrical, often showcasing the soloist's expressive abilities. Third movement, allegro, often a fast-paced and virtuosic finale, highlighting the soloist's technical skills. The solo instrument in a concerto takes center stage, often engaging in dialogue with the orchestra. 2. Role of soloist. Symphony. In a symphony, there is no specific soloist. The orchestra as a whole performs together without featuring individual solo performances, except for occasional sections where specific instruments or sections may have prominent roles. Concerto. The concerto highlights a soloist or soloists who perform virtuosic passages and display technical prowess. The soloist interacts with the orchestra, often leading thematic material and engaging in dialogue with different sections of the orchestra. 3. Performance style. Symphony. Symphonies are typically performed by a full orchestra under the direction of a conductor. They showcase the collective skills and dynamics of the entire orchestra. Concerto. Concertos feature a soloist who stands out from the orchestra, both musically and visually. The orchestra supports and interacts with the soloist, providing accompaniment and contrasting passages. 4. Historical development. Symphony. The symphony evolved from earlier forms of orchestral music, gaining prominence in the classical and romantic periods. Composers like Haydn, Mozart, Beethoven, and Brahms are known for their symphonic compositions. Concerto. Concertos have a long history dating back to the Baroque era, with notable examples by composers like Vivaldi and Bach. They continued to flourish in the classical and romantic periods, with famous concertos composed by Mozart, Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, and Rachmaninoff. 5. Purpose and focus. Symphony. Symphonies are designed to showcase the orchestral ensemble as a whole, highlighting the collective sound, dynamics, and expressive range of the orchestra. Concerto. Concertos focus on the interaction between a soloist and the orchestra, allowing the soloist to shine through virtuosic performances and expressive interpretations. In summary, while both symphonies and concertos are important forms of classical music, they differ in structure, role of the soloist, performance style, historical development, and focus. Symphonies emphasize orchestral unity and collective performance, whereas concertos highlight individual soloists and their interaction with the orchestra.